Essential for laying out furniture joinery, a marking gauge enables you to strike a razor-thin line at a preset distance from a reference edge, a distance that ranges from a mere fraction of an inch up to just under an inch. So that's the reach we built into the joiner's marking gauge. Just enough, but not too much. If you're working with machinery, a pencil line is much easier to see than a scribe line, so the joiner's marking gauge gives you both options. Install the scribe to mark the depth of hand-cut dovetails. Then install the custom-designed mechanical pencil to lay out the edge limits of mortises you're going to rough out on your drill press. Plus, we integrated a stainless steel wear plate that will easily outlast the more common brass or wood versions. The perfect complement to the joiner's marking gauge, the dovetail marking gauges are precision machined from a solid billet of aircraft-grade aluminum and are available in 3 classic angle ratios. Paired with a joiner's marking gauge, these tools are designed to perform flawlessly for generations of woodworkers to come.
Introducing Incra marking rules, the first real improvement in the common ruler since measuring began. Microfine marking holes locate your pencil mark exactly on target. Draw a perfectly located dot using the marking holes, or locate a short line precisely where you want it. Instant, easy accuracy without eye strain. You can't miss. For metalwork, you can even use a sharp scribe to mark a dimple, then simply connect the dots. How about this refinement? Half holes and slots on the end put your mark precisely at 0. Your old ruler would miss by this much. Strong but flexible stainless steel construction lets you accurately mark and measure along curves. Concave or convex, Incra marking rules easily conform to any project shape. Try this with your ruler. It's also the quickest, easiest, and most accurate compass you'll ever use.
Whatever household projects you need to get a grip on, Bessie has a solution that'll fit your needs. The versatile little clamp-on bench vise, BVCO30, is small enough to fit in any toolbox, and the C-style clamping mechanism, cast into the body of the vise, lets you set up and work virtually anywhere. From rooftop to crawl space, this 3-inch capacity vise is the third hand you need. And if your home projects require more of a woodworker's touch, the 6-inch wood vise mounts to the bottom of your bench, providing a place to hold your stock without getting in the way. It's made to be fitted with shop-built wooden jaws to hold your parts securely but mar-free while routing, drilling, or planing. Whatever sort of projects you find yourself doing around the house, or even where you happen to find yourself doing them, Bessie makes a vise that'll help you get the job done.
At C.H. Hansen, we are proud to introduce another innovation in layout tools. The Pivot Square is a precision layout tool that makes it easier to accurately measure and mark any angle. Its unique pivot hinge allows you to make more precise measurements. The angle lock allows you to simply mark boards during repetitive layout. The Pivot Square has machined increments to ensure the precision of your measurements. High-quality spirit levels allow you to level in 3 planes. Let's show you how the Pivot Square works. You can use it like a common square to mark 90-degree angles. The pivot hinge allows you to select any angle while keeping the base guide solidly square to the edge for more precise measurements. The angle lock allows you to set the pivot square to any angle and lock it in. This ensures accurate marking and guarantees that you can repeat the angle for repetitive layout. What makes the pivot square indispensable for constructing roofs and stairways is the fact that you can use it to measure pitch or rise by simply placing the tool on a roof line and using the level as a guide to measure the angle and lock it in. The pivot square sets a new standard in precision for layout tools.
Hi there, my name is Tim Stiles, and today I want to show the Axminster sawhorse and side tables. All steel construction, which makes them very solid. Height adjustable legs, so depending how tall you are or what type of work you're trying to do. Hard wearing plastic top, so no problem if you cut through with a circular saw. Now these trestles are sold in pairs. They come in a very compact size, take up no space in the workshop or van. There's simple instructions on the side which one to open first. So that is the perfect height if you're looking to use a hand saw. But the main feature of these trestles is these cutouts, which is why we're selling them in pairs. So you can put in stretchers to connect the 2 trestles to make a perfect side table or cutting station. These slots are 45mm thick, so with these ones I've just cut down to do a nice fit, makes them very solid. Now if you've ever tried to cut down large sheets of MDF, ply, it can be very difficult. With these connected, so with the stretchers it now makes the perfect track saw cutting station.
All 4 shoulder planes have pretty much the same parts: the lever cap, the depth adjust, the blade, the release screw, the mouth adjust screw, and the lateral blade positioning screws. The large and medium planes have a pivoting lever cap knob, and the large shoulder plane has a multi-positional front knob. As with most joinery planes, you're going to want to keep the corners intact, and you're going to want to make sure that the edge of the blade is perpendicular to the side. Because shoulder planes reference one flat side of the joint in order to tune up the other, you want to make sure that the blade is flush on that side. In order to do that, simply turn the plane onto its side, press down lightly on the body with the lever cap slightly loosened, and then tighten the lever cap again. This will make sure that the blade is nice and flush with the side of the plane, and you're ready to start adjusting the joint. You should also visually inspect the blade in the mouth to make sure that it is straight in the body. All of the shoulder planes come with an adjustable mouth. It's as easy as loosening the release screw, then make the adjustment on the adjustment screw, and tightening the release screw again. The small shoulder plane is perfect for adjusting the rabbets on this small box lid. The medium shoulder plane is the most versatile size for most furniture work. For bigger components like this breadboard end, the large shoulder plane is perfect for leveling off the tongue. When working into a stopped rabbet, it's always nice to have the removable toe of the bullnose plane.
Assembling 90-degree corners is a huge part of woodworking. And putting those corners together accurately, while it's not advanced joinery, can be a little tricky, especially if you're using miters at the corners. With that in mind, I'd like to introduce you to a couple of products that I think you'll find extremely useful. If you're like me, you often find yourself working alone in your shop and wishing that I had a third hand to hold things in place while I was trying to get my work done. That's why when Rockler came up with this clamp it system a few years ago, it became such a popular thing. This system works well regardless of the corner joint you're using, be it a simple corner butt assembly, a more complicated but more easily aligned rabbeted joint, or the corner joint we all love to hate, the classic miter. You know, miter joints are really simple in concept, but holding them aligned as you're constructing them can be a little bit frustrating. When they're done well, they look great, but when they're done poorly, oh my, they look just terrible. As I mentioned earlier, aligning the miter corners is the key to getting success with this joint, and that's why this clamp it corner system is so great. It's actually that third hand that I've been looking to have all these years. And then they've come up with this corner clip system, which allows me to secure the top of the miter joint so it aligns the top corner, frees my hand so I can go ahead and grab a clamp to complete the task. Now, I'm fully aware that many of us have built our own corner holding system for assembling cabinetry, myself included, but I really like these little clips. They're easy to use. You can put them in with one hand. They're inexpensive, and they stack for storage.